and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that sincerely believes that I Love Lucy's William Frawley was in fact an android. Just watch the show. The evidence, it's all there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to take a look at another expansion for Catan. Today we're taking a look at Catan, Traders of Barbarians from Mayfair Games.
I'm screaming, but I'm full of dirt. Compared to the heartache for stabbing, it don't hurt. I wish I could tell him that it didn't have to end this way. I was gonna be breaking up with my girl today. Murder at the Hotel Motel. It's a bad way to die. Knowing to hold your broken body as you just lay there and die. Murder at the Hotel Motel. It won't make the news, but it's the only kind of broken heart I've found that can't be cured or removed.
Catan, Traders of Barbarians from Mayfair Games is not really a single expansion per se so much as it is a collection of game variants. Different variants that you can add, you can tweak, and you can kind of use them with other variants, or you can use them kind of independently, just to add one little thing or a couple little things here and there to your standard game of Catan. I'm going to tell you right now, I have not played all of these. I've not played anywhere near all of these because there are so many. But I have played several of them. Let me give you my thoughts. Now, one of the variants is, instead of rolling the dice that we all know and love that activate the various tiles and the resources around the board, there's actually the event cards. And event cards kind of do the same thing. There is a number up in the top corner that activates the different tiles and resources, but then also there's a various events. Sometimes it's just, the people prosper. It's nothing particularly important. But then there's some other events that can really screw over people, can really help some people, and it's just fun. It adds a fun, interesting new dimension to the game. There's also little red dice down in the corner that tell you kind of what cities are going to activate if you're playing this variant with the Cities and Knights expansion, which is pretty cool. There's also the Harbour Master, and the Harbour Master is kind of another big tile like Longest Road or Biggest Army. Essentially what you do is when you build settlements and cities at ports, you get a certain number of harbour points. So when you acquire 3 harbour points by essentially creating a settlement and a city that are adjacent to harbours, you get the Harbour Master card, which again gives you some additional victory points in the game. There's a 2-player variant in this game, and there's the Fisherman of Catan, which comes with some really cool little kind of fisherman tokens and icons that, again, is kind of a fun and interesting way to play the game. There's also the Rivers of Catan, and this is interesting because throughout the continent you have some tiles that have rivers, and if you want to get over these tiles, you actually have to build bridges, and bridges are kind of like roads, and like cities and settlements, they're things you can spend your resources on to build. And that adds kind of a fun and interesting new dimension to the game as well, because it kind of hems some people in until they can get to a point where they can break through those rivers. You've got a caravan variant. You've got some knights in a variant. You've got more barbarians attacking in a variant. So there's a lot of different little things that you can add to make your game of Catan more dynamic. As I say, I haven't played most of these variants, but I played some of them. What I played I really enjoyed, and I'm excited about playing some of these other variants, because for me, Catan's a fun game in and of itself, but I don't really feel a hankering to play just the Settlers of Catan. When I play Settlers of Catan these days, I either want to play the Star Trek version, which is my preferred version, but if I play kind of with the original game, I want to play with one of these expansions, Seafarers, Cities and Knights, or now Traders and Barbarians. And you can, what's so cool about this is a lot of this stuff you can mix and match with existing scenarios, so you can just build your own Catan. And I really, really like these expansions. Now, I realize these expansions, a lot of them have been around for years, but frankly, they're new to me, and I really have enjoyed playing them and really have gotten a kick out of them. And Traders and Barbarians, again, is just a whole lot of fun. Now, same thing I've said with my previous Catan expansion reviews. If you're somebody who plays Catan casually, and maybe you use it to kind of introduce new gamers into the hobby, you probably don't need the expansions, right? You're using it as kind of the gateway drug, as it were. Don't do drugs, kids. But if you're like me, and when you play Catan, you want it with a little kick. You want to discover new and interesting things. You want a new dimension to the game. You want to take it to that next level. You've got to get the expansions, and they're fun. They really, all of them that I played have packed a punch. Traders and Barbarians is no exception. I really enjoyed it. Now, if you're looking at the various expansions out there, of the ones I played, be it the Seafarers of Catan, the Cities and Knights, or Traders and Barbarians, I probably would put them in that order. Seafarers is my favorite expansion. Cities and Knights is a whole lot of fun, and I like it just a hair less than Seafarers, but I like it a lot. And then Traders and Barbarians is fun. It's got a lot of these kind of smaller, interesting little things. On the whole, I like this one probably a good deal less than the other two, but I still like it a lot. Catan is just a whole lot of fun. And so the recommendation for the discriminating gamer for Catan, Traders and Barbarians, is, once again, if you're a casual gamer, maybe you don't need it, but if you're somebody that really wants to take Catan and run with it, you want to go ahead, you want to buy it. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. We are The Discriminating Gamer. And remember, you can't spell Catan without cat. Rawr! I'm sorry, I don't know what that was.
Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I'll be dying. Once a year I wind up in the band.
A volcano! This is it! Fiery death and destruction! Molten earth burning up! The folding of the tectonic plates on top of each other resulting in molten lava! Ash billowing from the skies, suffocating the earth in living death! And that's a lot of it.
That was good.
All right,
I liked it.
Look at it again.
Yeah, probably.